There is a credit card setup that will meet your needs. 2, 3, maybe 4 cards that will allow you to earn tons of points and enjoy great redemptions. What's key is finding the setup that maximizes on your spending habits and gives you the great redemptions you're looking for. There are certainly some famous choices from Chase and American Express, but you don't need to spend $1,000 a year in annual fees to enjoy free travel. You can come in under $100, but whether you're paying $95, $395, or $1,020, make sure you're getting back the value you want. We're going to talk about another setup that comes in at only $95. And you've also probably never heard of it, or if you have, you haven't paid attention to it. Today, we're talking about the Wells Fargo Trifecta, the best setup you've never heard of. If that sounds good to you, click 3 times. Click the like button, click to subscribe, and click to share. I'll forgive you if you haven't paid attention to what Wells Fargo has been doing recently. I mean, the last time you heard about Wells Fargo in the news, it was probably in connection with a government investigation. But if you think Wells Fargo is the only big bank that has dabbled in shady banking practices, then I've got a bridge to sell you, a can't-miss lunar real estate investment, and an honest politician for you to vote for. Back in March, Wells Fargo made 2 big changes. They introduced the autograph journey, and they announced transfer partners. And suddenly, Wells Fargo was a player in the points game. Before we get to the new autograph journey, let's start with a catch-all card for Wells Fargo. A catch-all card is never the flashiest card in the set, but it's usually the card that sees the most use. The Wells Fargo Active Cash fills this spot. The Active Cash earns 2% back on all your purchases. Right away, we've got a good floor to start from, and we see that Wells Fargo is ready to compete. The Active Cash has been around for a while, but it's only been a cash back card. But now the Active Cash works with the autograph and autograph journey, so you can put your Active Cash earnings towards transfer partners. The Active Cash has a standard welcome offer of $200 after you spend $500 on the card during the first 3 months. It's not a huge sign-up bonus, but the Active Cash also has a $0 annual fee, so you shouldn't expect much. The Active Cash offers a 0% balance transfer offer that lasts 12 months. Some cards might have a longer offer, but 12 months is fairly standard. One surprising feature of the no annual fee Active Cash is cell phone protection. It's not industry-leading protection, but it offers $600 of coverage with a $25 deductible. If you happen to have a phone that is a couple of years old and don't want to pay your provider an extra $15, $20 a month, the Active Cash could be a good option for you. So if the Active Cash covers your non-bonus spending, which card provides the bonus categories? The autograph card. The autograph is another no annual fee card. Its regular welcome offer is for 20,000 points after spending $1,000 during the first 3 months. It also comes with 0% financing for the first year. But we get the autograph for its bonus categories. The autograph will earn 3x back on restaurants, travel, transit, gas, streaming services, and phone plans. I'm going to spend a little time with the travel and transit. The travel category on the autograph is exceptionally broad. Of course, it covers hotel stays, airfare, and car rentals, but it does so without making you use a Wells Fargo portal. That means you can go directly to your preferred hotel or airline, pay there, and work on your status with them. And I like that. But the travel category also includes cruises, timeshares, travel agencies, campgrounds, and, wait for it, Airbnbs and VRBOs. It's a filled travel category. Transit is really good too. Under transit, you'll find trains, taxis, and limos, ferries and tolls, parking lots and garages, and ride shares like Uber and Lyft. If you're going somewhere, the autograph will give you 3x on it. Now, once you have the Active Cash and the autograph, you might think you have to choose whether you want to get 3x back on your cell phone plan or have cell phone protection. But you'd be wrong. The autograph offers the same cell phone protection as the Active Cash, so you can get 3x back and have protection. I'm not sure if there's another card that offers elevated returns on cell plans and provides cell phone protection. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below, but I know there's not another no annual fee card that does. I will call out the autograph on the streaming category. There are a lot of services that are included, but how the hell do you not include Netflix? If you want to run this as a duo, you could. And with a total cost of $0 each year, there is nothing but upside to it. However, the autograph journey makes for an enticing third card. The autograph journey has the biggest welcome offer of the set, 60,000 points after spending $4,000 during the first 3 months. With a sign-up bonus like that, you'd expect there to be an annual fee, and there is, $95. Wells Fargo did give the Journey a $50 annual airline credit. If you spend at least $50 on an airline, you'll get $50 back as a statement credit. And you can book directly with the airline. And once again, you don't need to use a travel portal. And the credit posts automatically. Where the Autograph Journey stands out is with its travel categories. I know, I said the Autograph covers all your travel, it does. But the Autograph Journey improves upon hotels and airlines. The Journey earns 5x back on hotels and 4x back on airline purchases. No other card offers 5x on reservations booked directly with the hotel. Some cards offer a higher return if you use their travel portal, but then you give up your status benefits with the hotel brand. That's one of the reasons why I almost never use a travel portal. Now, as far as airlines go, there is one card that earns better. The Platinum card from American Express. The Platinum will give you 5x back in airline purchases, but it has an annual fee of $695. When I make a video for the Amex Trifecta, I'll dig further into the Platinum card so we can decide if that makes sense for you. But no one is getting the Platinum card solely because it has 5x back on airline purchases. The Autograph Journey is going to provide you with some travel protections, trip cancellation, trip interruption, lost baggage, and travel accident insurance. It also has no foreign transaction fees, and neither does the regular Autograph card for that matter. Whether or not you get the Autograph Journey comes down to how you travel. If you're paying cash for your hotel rooms and flights, then you should probably add the Journey. However, I try really hard to not pay cash for those things. But even when I do a good job, there is still a cost. Almost all my free travel still costs me something. Even if I book free flights for all 5 of us to go on vacation, we'll still be paying at least $56 in fees. And that's actually just enough to trigger the statement credit on the Journey. Running the numbers shows that you need to either spend $4,500 on hotels or $2,250 on airfare to justify the Autograph Journey. Spending around $1,500 on each also works. Regardless of those numbers, the welcome offer makes the Autograph Journey work for the first year. If you don't hit those spending numbers in year 1, then cancel the card and stick with the Autograph. Getting a credit card, any credit card, does not mean you have to have it for the rest of your life. Make sure that your credit cards are still working for you. There's nothing wrong with downgrading or canceling a card. So if the Autograph Journey ends up not being a good fit for you, don't hang on to it. Wells Fargo has one more card for us to consider. Let's take a quick look at the Atun. The Atun is another no annual fee card. It has a modest welcome offer of $100 back after you spend $500 during the first 3 months. Wells Fargo will also make a $50 donation to the charity Capital Link when you complete the sign-up bonus. And while the Atun is marketed as a cashback card, it earns Wells Fargo reward points that you can combine with the other cards we've been speaking about. The Atun isn't for your everyday spending. It earns 4% back in some niche categories. There's self-care that covers gym memberships, fitness clubs, spas, barbershops, and beauty shops. There's also recreation and entertainment that includes gardening stores, campgrounds, sports supplies, movie theaters, live shows, sporting events, amusement parks, tourist attractions, pet supplies, boarding and grooming, but not vets, and streaming. The last category is impactful purchases that covers EV charging stations, public transportation, and secondhand and vintage stores. That's a bunch of categories to keep track of, but with a $0 annual fee, there's no cost here. There are a few simple steps you can take to start maximizing the Atun. Set up your gym memberships and streaming services for auto pay on it. Store the Atun in your AMC or Regal app for movie purchases. And then try to remember it the next time you buy a Disney ticket or a Dolphins ticket. But don't buy a Jets ticket with it. Watching the Jets play isn't worth the 4% back. So Wells Fargo earns points as well as any setup and better than most. So what are you going to do with the points? There's always the cashback option. Wells Fargo will let you cash out at 1 cent per point, making cashback a solid option. You can also redeem your points for travel through the Wells Fargo travel portal. That will also get you 1 cent per point, solid value. But the other big thing that Wells Fargo announced when they launched the Autograph Journey was travel partners. There were some big hopes with these travel partners, but Wells Fargo didn't come out and overwhelm anybody with their actual choices. They are still adding travel partners. Just last month they added Virgin, so we'll see who else pops up. But let's take a look at who they have at the time of recording. For airlines, you have Virgin, but there's also Air France, KLM, Avianca, British Airways, Aer Lingus, and Iberia. And those are solid international options. And while there isn't a direct transfer to a domestic airline, you can still book reward flights on Delta and American Airlines through airline alliances. Use British Airways to book American Airlines. Use Virgin, Air France, or KLM to book Delta. And transferring your points to a partner airline will allow you to get more than 1 cent per point. When it comes to hotels, you can transfer to Choice Hotels. Wells Fargo transfers a Choice at 1 to 2, so 1,000 in Wells Fargo rewards is worth 2,000 Choice privilege points. Since Choice points are generally worth about 0.6 cents per point, Wells Fargo is making their points worth 1.2 cents per point on that transfer. But with any transfer redemption, your mileage may vary, so always make sure you're getting at least 1 cent per point. If you're not, cash out those points and pay directly. And while you don't have to pay me for breaking down the Wells Fargo Trifecta or Quartet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I appreciate each and every one of you. While some credit card setups are famous and others might be underrated, the Wells Fargo Trifecta is outright ignored. This may be the best setup for you. It has a solid base earning rate of 2%, really good bonus categories, and comes in at only $95. If Wells Fargo keeps adding transfer partners, people are going to start taking notice. And here are 2 videos you should take notice of. Until next time, safe travels.